through the storm's waves. We are warriors all.
Let's begin. Captain Elwyn Galanon.
What a beautiful day it is out here. Upon the sea, surely this is what it means to be alive.
Kale McLuga.
I come from a fishing village. I've been out on the sea many times. I'm no stranger to these waters.
Kilo E.
Morning after morning, beautiful sunrise, and night after night, beautiful sunset. The time just flies, boy.
Nylan Iskara.
I hope that you are enjoying yourself upon Silver Eider.
I am good, sir. I think that you are a type I'm not supposed to converse with.
Regina Clark.
The Boghaven Inn. We had an incident with some Fey Mori.
You
know
can't
something?
speak their name.
Why can't you speak their name?
They say they come from the shadows, they do.
Captain, roughly 20 leagues aft. There are birds.
But something has gotten Captain Elwyn nervous. And so at this point, we're going to stop here. Welcome, travelers, to the Tales of TerraVale. We are but your humble guides to the lands and legends that is the world of TerraVale. A group of adventurers, family, and friends, we explore and interact according to the rules of Pathfinder 2nd Edition role-playing game. So join us as we voyage through the Emerald Gulf, where the misty waves whisper ancient secrets, and the winds carry songs that are long forgotten. Here, there'll be pirates that prowl northern shores, and enchanters that weave spells as old as the deep. And every port holds the promise of new adventures. So chart your course with us, and raise the sails, let the dice fall where they may, for this is the Shadowmar Saga. So we're back, and at this point, all hands have been called to deck. So sailors have stopped eating their lunch, dropped off, and ran up to top deck to go to their stations. Most of them crawling to the top of the sails in order to get into position to drop full or pick up sails at the captain's notice. What do you guys do?
I would like to get down, and I also want someone to go get me my longbow.
Roll an acrobatics
Don't
check.
have your
I'm assuming your cat's going to go down too, so I'm going to get an acrobatics check for both.
this character. Oh boy.
I got a 10.
Okay.
Oh,
Plus
but-
7.
Plus
17.
7.
Okay, so you are able to climb down pretty quickly.
Perfect.
Cat,
She got a 17.
Like, can you see these birds with your naked eye? Like, can any? Is it close
No.
enough, or you have to?
it's also starting to get dark out. And
Okay.
so the regular distance that everyone can see is starting to like dim.
Okay.
So
Sunset, like it's getting dusk.
I got down, and Amaya came down with me.
Yeah.
And who's gonna go get my bow?
You have to.
You get
gotta
down
figure
and you
that
stand
out.
there. Kilo, are you staying up there? Are you going?
I have low light vision. I would like to continue looking at the back, like every so often, and I would like to continue to gauge their distance to see if they're closing on us. So I feel like my job is up in the mast or in the bird's nest.
All right, I would say that also the main mast is taller and the crow's nest is higher up there.
Okay.
You're gonna have some obstructions as the wind.
So I should switch. Do I need to
Yeah.
roll lore or anything? I guess not. I can see it.
No, you could climb down, go over, and climb up.
All right, so roll a climb down then.
Yeah, you can.
Ugh. 9.
You guys are having a real hard time with this.
Alright, when I've gone up and down, I rolled a 2, a 3, and a 4. Every time I've gone up and down this stupid thing.
All right, you get down after Nylan and Amaya gets down there, and she's stopped, and you're kind of like drop down right next to her. And you see her standing there, just like waiting for something.
I would just look at her, and then I would keep going. Because
Okay.
I know that it's up to me to keep an eye on these and like whatever's. Oh, mostly because the captain's spooked. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because it's birds. Who cares about birds? The captain.
So roll your acrobatics one more time.
15.
Okay, so that one you do it much better. It apparently was that mask.
It's like, who oiled this thing?
That one you do much better.
I look over at him and then I look at
Rorik's
Amaya.
like, "Pardon, sir."
And I look at Amaya and I say, he's getting better.
And now I would like to continue to look out the back. Do I need to roll anything for that?
Go ahead, roll perception.
Gosh. No, I'm not.
You should
9.
switch those dice. Dude, you should take Rob up on his offer.
Alright, fine. Do a different
You want to
list.
switch?
You see
What am I going to do with this dice? This
Put 'em
one
in
over
dice
side?
jail.
Dice jail.
Where's that? Do we have one?
dice.
We need a
Put
dice
them right
jail.
into your coffee. That's it. Put them in the
There you
pen.
Ooh, those are fancy.
Told you.
You can put them back in that thing. That's what they were.
Put 'em back in that. There you go. That's dice jail.
Dice jail. Get out of here.
Alright. Did I told you what my perception was.
Yeah. You see basically what you saw before.
Okay.
You still see.
Can I tell if they're
this-
closing on us? I know it has been a long
What'd you get again?
15.
15.
No,
9.
9.
No, you can't.
15 was fine. Okay.
I'd like to ask Kale. Kale, honey, do you have a spyglass or something you can see out there with? I know you use the stars and all that kind of crap like that. Can you see out there, honey?
I can't see anything, but I'll tell you this. His fell voice is on the wind. He's not happy.
You hear voices on the wind, honey?
It's not so much a voice as a feeling.
You hear feelings now, honey?
I feel like you're not hearing me, Regina.
I'm sorry, honey. It's been a while. I can't really. It's so windy. I feel like there's fell voices on the wind. I can't really hear what it is you're
Now
saying.
you're getting it. You're getting it now.
Honey. Now, is this does this bring you back, honey, to when? Does this? I guess what I'm trying to say is anything familiar about this event that was the same as the last time that you interacted with the Feyori, honey.
Well, it didn't until you said something, but now my stomach's thinking just a little bit.
Your stomach's
Aye.
thinking, honey.
I hope it's not that.
You know that you have to be to your post, so you're gonna
Yeah.
end up heading
So
towards.
I'll head back up towards Thanos.
Thalos sees you. Lord, I'm glad you make it back. These winds are getting rough. We're getting harder than usual. You and I were foreseeing the weather. We didn't see this, right?
No, we didn't see anything like this, Thanos. I was looking at my star charts. The Wanderer is supposed to be in the north this week. I don't know. Nothing like this should be happening.
Aye. Well, we better hope for the best. Especially that the Wanderer keeps an eye on us. As Nylan and Amaya standing there, Sybil comes up. Oh, you lot! Get going to your post! You heard him! And she just keeps yelling out at sailors to get where they need to be, to high tide, to get to positions and all that. And she's just kind of barking orders as that. And she comes and stands next to Nylan and goes, "What are you doing, lass?"
I'm waiting for someone to get me my bow.
Well, you need to learn something quick. Here in the waters, no one's a respecter of where you come from. You better take care of yourself by your own means. It looks like something's coming up. So go. Do what you need to do. And then she continues barking orders.
Nylan's just still standing there perplexed that someone spoke to her that way.
You also notice that Bror and Grit are tending the cannons.
Grit putting
Oh,
Grit putting
no.
the soup in there.
he's got Regina's like leftovers Tupperware. He's like shoving it in there.
No, it was his stuff that was cannon fire.
He's like, "Oh, I'll show you."
I'll show you.
I would like my guy to yell down, "You're all doing a wonderful job!"
Who is this guy, am I right? What is his deal?
I would like to go get my own bow since
Okay.
nobody's listening to me.
Like all angry.
Like, I want to go get my bow.
All right, stomp your foot, and you and Amaya end up going down below deck to get back to your room so you can get your bow and Maybe your armor?
I mean,
And my axe.
I guess, but I'm just looking for my bow right now.
Okay, so I want to know, are you going to change or not? It's going to change your AC.
I suppose.
Okay.
Apparently something's coming. It's not just birds.
What are you doing, Regina?
Regina is, so at this point in time, everybody else is kind of getting to the stations and all that kind of stuff. Regina's going to put away the War Razor and pull out some of her darts.
What?
Her darts, honey.
Oh, darts.
Yeah, she's got her darts in her hand, honey. In case anybody in one of these birds tries to get too close, she's gonna give it the old absolutely. She's reigning darts champ, reigning darts champ, 35 years. So she's got her darts on her, so she's ready in case one of them suckers tries to come in hot.
All right. Roll your perception.
What is it again? 4? I think it's a 13 I have. Yeah, total 13.
Okay. Elowin yells up.
Kilo! What do your cat-like eyes see?
The chicken hobbit! Wait, sorry. What do I see?
You look out again and adjust the scope, and you see that it is indeed getting closer. This dark cloud of birds following, and underneath it, on the ocean itself, is some dark mass. A little bit too far for you to make out.
Captain, they're closing on us. And it seems like there's a mass under the birds.
That's what I was afraid of.
Captain, what are we seeing?
Well, you just keep your eyes out. I'll let you know if anything changes.
I would like to pull out my crossbow and load a bolt if that's possible.
Yes.
And just set it at my feet.
Well, my first instinct would be to say this is Faye Mori, but the captain assured us that there's no chance of that here.
Are you yelling that up to me?
Thank None, okay? Thank None that he did that, okay?
Are you saying that to everybody?
Or else I would think that this is exactly what this is. Maybe the Femore coming. But the captain said it. Do you remember, honey?
Who are you
He
talking
did
to?
say. I'll say to everybody. Y'all remember, right?
They're like
He said there's
running
no
by.
way it could have been them. So thank None that that's true.
I'm downstairs hitting the board saying, I remember.
What was that?
All
Who
right,
is that?
so Nylan ends up going
that
down
the
and goes
wind?
back into her room. And then she comes in, she sees Kyrenic. All right, that's the name you keep forgetting. Kyrenic
Remember.
is sitting on the floor underneath the hammock going, okay, everything is okay. We're all going to be cool, okay. And you walk in and you see him there kind of huddled in between the chests underneath the hammock.
Something is coming.
My dear, I'm so thankful you came down. Please, barricade yourself into this room with me.
Get me my bow.
This is no time to play. You're not a hero. You just sit tight and we'll be safe. I promise you. Sit tight.
I'm the best target shooter on our entire state. Get me my bow and my leathers. I'm going back to the top.
You know that your bow has been packed neatly on top of your, inside your chest, on top of all your clothes.
I'll just stand there and wait for him to hand it to me.
It'd be great.
Kyrenic, it says,
No, my dear. I tell you, I forbid you from leaving. You should stay here, where it is safe.
Oh. So I'm gonna go change into my leathers and get my own bow, since nobody can hand it to me, and go back upstairs with Amaya.
Right. So you go ahead and you grab your bow and your leathers and quickly throw them on and kind of go, okay.
I told your father that I would protect you, and I don't believe.
and slam the door shuts and he realizes he's by himself. He's already went up, left. So you come back up. Where do you go once you make it back on top?
I want to go over to the captain.
Wait, I'm also behind. I'm behind the captain, looking out the back
Oh,
as well. Like I'm out. I'm looking out the back.
Everyone's in the back.
See anything, Richard? Anything out there, Richard?
And then, since I'm over there, I would like to take 5 arrows out of my pack and put them all in my bow at the same time.
That is actually proven to be the worst thing to do. That you can't do that. You don't have the skill. You might be a good hunter, but you're not that good.
Okay, so
I
how
like
how
your
many
panache.
how many am I allowed to put in? Just one?
Yeah, just one at a time.
Then I'll just do one.
Honey, you don't want to do that. Okay, just stick with the one. I'll be the DM.
You notice
voice,
her like
honey.
she's like
She's got like
she's like trying to put her. She's like next time.
I'm the best hunter on our estate.
Oh, I'm sure, honey. Oh, I'm sure.
My dear, now listen. This may not be the safest place for you. I beg you can reconsider to put yourself someplace more safe.
No.
All right then. Well, I said all I could do.
Yep. She's finally
Why
put on
isn't
some
anyone
clothes, honey.
listening to me? No one is listening to me.
Kilo, update.
Captain. Okay. 22.
Ooh.
That's better.
You notice that the swirling masses on the both in air and on sea have gotten quite close. In fact, a lot closer than any ship that you would expect to be coming. And you can make out dark sails above the horizon carrying the dark mass and the swarming mass above it coming closer. And these winged creatures, and you see these birds, seem to take, they are black in form, some sort of black albatross or something.
All right. Can I tell the distance?
What did we say? We said it was 20. Let's say it's gotten to about 12 now. 12 leagues.
Leagues. Captain, 12 leagues. She's a ship. The birds are black beings, large winged creatures of some sort, but it's definitely a ship, Captain.
That is what I am afraid of. All right.
Tell us, Captain, what are we facing?
Not the Fame Mori.
Are you the captain?
No, you should us, honey.
He did say they wouldn't come.
He did say that. Thank you, honey.
You're welcome.
Poor Captain.
Captain Evelyn comes down.
Dabbing. He's got his claw. He's like dabbing.
He walks down to below and says,
Good men of the Silver Eider, prepare yourselves, for something dark approaches, and I fear that our worst fears have come true. Our nightmares have awakened upon the real life. Though some may not have believed that these things could have happened.
You hear that, Richard? You never doubt the man.
Truly, darkness follows us, and I fear that our mettle will be tested. Take heart, for we will stand strong against this enemy. We will escape it. We will mark them down, cast them back into the depths of the sea. Who has strength, let us cheer, for we, the Silver Eider, will be strong.
and then they all kind of cheer.
Sir, I would like to point out I am a woman, and my cat is also a woman.
Redo your speech, please. Is he demoralized yet?
You roll
Captain.
Can I demoralize him? Can I demoralize him, please?
Wait, I thought you weren't making the DM angry.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Eluin steps back.
Thanos, prepare for evasive maneuvers. If come be, we must be ready to take the fight to them.
And he makes his way back up to his perch. And looking out, and you look again, and you see that it's getting close. In fact, you can start seeing.
I'm just.
You start seeing this the sails take form, and the hull itself has started being outlined. It's getting darker, almost before the sun is setting. But you can make out a rough silhouette, and what you see is that this type of ship seems to be have a large 2-sail, 2-mast ship. But from the way it moves and from the sides of it, you can tell that there are oars on the side of it, pushing it forward. And that something, by pure strength, is moving this thing faster, as well as something dark is pushing it.
Okay.
Can I use a recall? Can I use my esoteric lore to make a check on these birds?
You can't see them yet.
They're not visible by eye yet?
Not in detail that you can see.
Okay. I would like to be...
You have a low light vision?
I have low light vision.
You also, I'll say that you also can see that they have moved up quite fast. Now they're getting about 8 leagues.
All right. I would like to call it down. Crew! 8 leagues about! It looks like something's pushing them. They have oars, and they're using the wind. I just want to communicate everything I just learned.
You see that Thalos has the wheel in hand, and he's moving it, and he's kind of going against. He's at this point going perpendicular to the wind, and using that to kind of catch the sails and keep them moving. And he's no longer following the course that he had first planned out. You see, he's abandoned that. He's moving, trying to use the wind against it. But even with him utilizing the wind, you also see him kind of take out this chain that's wrapped around him, and he kind of wraps it around his hand, and he starts muttering incantations over the wind. And you see the wind is kind of being channeled into the sails to give him extra push. And he's mumbling these incantations out under his breath. Everyone is nervously just standing there quiet, silent-like. It's very eerie how silent it is on the ship as everyone is in position waiting. There are several men manned on cannons waiting for any sort of sign. Men in the sails holding on to this wind, ready to pull up sail at a moment's notice for whatever maneuvering Thalos and the captain's commands. And everyone's sitting there silent. Even everyone on top deck here who's just sitting waiting is in silence. And that silence, the wind rushing is all you hear, and the waves slapping the sides of the hull. All of a sudden you start hearing coming from behind you against the wind, against the waves, drumming. And as you hear that humming, that drumming, you look behind you, and that ship has crossed the depths, the leagues that have separated you. It has crossed it in unnatural speeds, and you see the ship coming from behind. Dark sail, longboat-esque ship with oars cast in the sea, pulling in dark shapes sitting upon the hulls. Above it you see dark clouds behind it, almost trailing from it, this dark ship. And above you see black winged bird flying around, circling.
Having seen the Fomori before, would I be able to look at the ship and tell?
You recognize
I recognize it.
You hear it, and you run up to the top of the forecastle, and you look out. Out of curiosity grabs hold of you. You had no choice. You had to go up. You look out, and you see the black sails, the symbol painted upon it, and you recognize it. It flashes in your memory, the same things you've seen on the shores of your village many years ago.
Okay.
If anyone would like to recall knowledge in this scenario, you may.
Okay, I would like to do it.
Okay.
I got what is that? 23.
All right. What are you doing?
I did a recall knowledge, an esoteric lore on these birds,
Okay.
and I got a 23 to see what kind of birds what are these birds?
All right. So you pull out your tome, this large tome that just seems so impossibly large inside your arms as you grip it, so a surety, right? And you flip it open, and as you're doing so, there's pages sticking out of it. As you're flipping, things even start falling from it, and the page, something catches your eye. And what the tome tells you is that these birds are not from the material plane. They seem to be made of shadow.
My roll, I did a total of 19 with sailing lore. I'm looking for weaknesses in the ship.
Okay, you got 19, you said?
Total 19.
Okay. So you can see that the sails, so it's powered by propulsion of the sails. So there's something behind it pushing it, but it seems to be moving with it's being aided by magic the same as our ship is.
Okay.
But they're still moving, and it has the oars that are kind of propelling it as well. You can kind of make out that if you were to take out the oars, you might be able to slow it down. But you do also notice that there's no cannons of any sort on the sides.
For my esoteric lore check, can I see I have a weakness?
The birds?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to say that you know that the shadows, that these creatures that are made of shadows, they seem to be more, don't have much substance.
Okay.
And they seem to be attributed or attached to whatever the darkness is behind the ship.
Oh, okay. All right.
And what do I know from my books?
You know nothing about these Fomori. You heard nothing about them. They seem to be, from what you gathered from talking to everyone on the ship, that they are folk tales from far up north.
I want to switch out. I want to pull up my war razor and put the dots so they figure they're not going to be as useful.
Hit him with the book.
Yeah. I also want to ask Kale, honey, is there anything we can do to outrun this, or are we screwed now?
Get ready for a fight, Regina.
Get ready for a fight. There's nothing we can do to propel ourselves forward, maybe a little gusto or something. Maybe we can whip up the crew, go faster. Is there a make go faster?
Thalos is already pouring wind into the sails.
Yes, can we?
There's not much more to do.
There's no way we can get more wind?
I don't think so.
All right, honey.
Prepare
Well,
yourself.
all right.
I have very good aim. I can get a few of the birds.
Well, the birds, there's nothing much to them, honey. I wouldn't shoot at the birds. I'd be worried more about that guy over there with the big old axe that's saying, I'm gonna kill you. You see him mouthing the words, I'm gonna kill you, honey? Yeah, worry about him.
I don't see that.
Yes, okay, you'll see him soon enough. All right.
And then Elwyn yells out, Maris, prepare for evasive maneuvers. Maris, the chief officer, the first mate, begins to call out orders. Heave sails! Prepare anchor! Thanos, you know what to do. Alright, so the crew begin to pulling up the sail and tying it back up as crew members run over to the bow and start getting the anchor ready. And as soon as the sails have been furled back up, Thalos, keeping an eye on the bow, sees that the crew drops anchor. Elwyn yells out, "Hold tight!" You feel the yank of the anchor hitting its target, and the ship heaving forward and sliding starboard and beginning to slide out, putting itself into perspective of the dark ship coming closer. I need everyone to roll on athletics.
Maybe acrobatics
That
instead.
one? Oh, it was a 14. I moved it and it turned to a 6.
Okay, I'll allow acrobatics or athletics. Okay,
21.
18.
nice.
You said acrobatics or athletics?
Yeah.
I have a 21.
I'm 14 total. I was 14 plus a 7, but I moved it.
The ship heaves and everyone kind of falls forward and starts sliding. Everyone kind of grabs onto whatever they got and they stay still except for Nylan. Nylan kind of heaves forward onto the rail and then it slides and she just falls flat on her back.
Good thing you weren't
Do I
dressed.
still have my bow in my hand
Yes,
loaded?
yeah.
Okay.
And as it falls starboard towards the dark ship, Elwyn yells out, "Fire cannons!" There's only 2 broadside on top deck, but they're able to fire, and blasts explode on the side, and you see that the ships have, the tacks have made contact, and dark wood splinters off the dark ship into the waters. It does not slow, it keeps going.
And was that Grits' food from earlier or an actual cannonball? that they put out there.
Some of you might have...
Grit's food just sinks the boat.
You're about to put that in your stomach.
Eowyn is like,
The ship begins to balance out, rocking in the waves, and the other dark ship rolls up beside it. It's now become parallel to each other, and it's getting closer. Everyone can now see the dark, twisted creatures standing on the deck of this dark ship.
So we can see them clearly now.
Yes.
Oh, look at these guys. Yeah, they're cool. I think something happened.
Something Nylan doesn't know why, but she just feels the need to take off her jewelry because she feels like somebody might steal it. She takes off her jewelry.
That's pretty messed up. You're like, oh,
where does
if
she
these
put it?
are regular pirates, I feel fine. Oh.
I give them to Amaya and tell her to go downstairs with them.
Well,
My jewelry.
You're putting away your cat, essentially.
Well, yeah, and my jewelry because I don't want it stolen.
okay, yeah.
I think they might kill you and steal it anyway. So.
Well, right now,
Might kill your cat.
right now,
They might
Nylan
kill
is
All right, so
concerned
so I'm gonna
about
say that your cat goes below deck. So
with the jewelry.
you hear Roar yell out, "Reload! Reload!" And they begin to reload. And you look over and you see these creatures are like, they're just like taunting everyone. They're like, and just wiggling their tongues and baring their teeth upon everyone, trying to intimidate and immoralize everyone. And as they get closer, all you see is these hooks get thrown up and land on the side of the deck. And as they start to pull, their oars have begun to recede back inside. And the ship has been tugged closer. As they do so, you look up and you see that several of them are beginning to jump and swing across the gap and to board the vessel. And now, I want everyone to roll initiative.
I tried to sneak something.
So I have a 7 then.
All right, so
7.
real quick, 7,
9.
9,
22.
Nice.
Thank you.
All right, so the Fomori will go first. These Fomori jump down onto the deck. One jumps down and heads right towards Kale. The other one comes down and sees Nylan on her back.
Give me your jewelry!
First attack is a coup de grace.
Thank goodness
she's
my
not.
jewelry. Thank goodness my jewelry is below deck right now.
My life
I'm a
is
foreigner
forfeit,
and thus
but
I
my
want to rob
jewelry-
you!
Not my pearls.
No, they're still in my ears. I forgot to give her my pearls.
All right. So they come down, and they're just they yell. A guttural kind of animal-like roar comes from them, and it sounds almost like glee coming from them. Like they're ready and they're happy to fight. They're going to demoralize against both of you.
Demoralized?
Yeah.
So it is your intimidation versus will.
15 for me total.
21 for me.
All right. So Pad, you pass, and Lindy, you just made it. Not demoralized, however, you are off guard, so you get -2 towards AC. All right, they come out, and you see they have in their hand they have these cudgels, these clubs in their hands. Some of them have hooks on the back, and some of them are just this wicked-looking sticks that they have. And they just got these big old clubs, and they're coming over, and the one comes to you and sees you on the ground. He's like, and gives you a good old, goes for the attack. And makes the hit. And takes 7 points of damage.
So you're just gonna...
And the other one's going to attack you.
I said 18 minus 7.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And what's your AC?
15.
Oh, that's a hit. And it's going to do 8 points of damage. So he comes over and just, with his big old stick, hits you on the side of the leg.
I'm up?
Yeah.
Okay.
Return fire!
Alright. Well, kind of taunt him a little bit despite the hit. He tried to intimidate me, didn't like it, didn't work. Say, I ain't afraid of you. I've seen your kind before. I'll give you something to be afraid of, and I'll cast fear on him, so he makes a will save.
Or he is looking at you. Thinks you're funny. Oh! You got that one.
Oh. Alright, so he is frightened 3 and fleeing for 1 round.
Frightened 3.
Frightened 3.
So it's
I'll use my 3rd action. Well,
Oh, is that two? A 2 action?
That's a 2 action, so I'll use my 3rd one to move.
So you make your way across.
Yeah, I kind of ran down to the bottom there.
You kind of like. How do you cast your spell?
So these are kind of dark beings, right?
Yeah.
So we'll say they'd probably be more afraid of something light. So I guess I'll appear like this giant golden figure. Only to him, he'd be the only one who would see it.
Do you cast it from like?
Oh, I guess I'll grab a hold of my astrolabe and kind of.
Now let's say you kind of like form constellation.
Yeah. I'll kind of trace out a pattern or something.
Yeah, like that. Light comes out and it almost sees you take the form of a white being floating amidst the drown.
Nice.
And you just see this. He's and you just see this like pure terror take into his eyes. You also notice as you close that he seems to have black painting against his eye. It's very like seems to be, but it's not painting. It also seems to be part of his skin. It's black.
Okay.
Indication.
Ugly fella.
All right, Regina.
Alright, Regina Clark is going to use her recon knowledge on... She's going to use on esoteric lore in order to exploit this gentleman's vulnerability.
One above Nyland.
Yeah, so I'm going to use recall knowledge, esoteric lore in order to exploit vulnerability. So that means I'm going to go +6, +1, circumstance bonus from the tone, so 7 total. So that's a 19. Alright, so you recall an important fact about the creature learning its highest weakness. Okay? But not its other resistance weaknesses or immunities. So the mortal
if
weakness...
you know if it has an actual weakness.
Yes, if it has a weakness, I use that.
Okay.
And then if not, I make up a weakness.
All right, it does not have a weakness.
Okay. That stinks. Okay.
But I would tell you that it is its intelligence is below average.
It's the same as Nyland.
Not so smart. Not so smart. This guy. Okay.
You got him good, honey.
So I'm going to run behind this gentleman. So it doesn't, since it doesn't have a weakness, it doesn't change. So I'm gonna use the improvise personal antithesis to provide the custom weakness. This guy. All right, so I'm gonna move to attack.
Okay.
That's good.
I like watching your dice like go with it.
15 plus 6.
So what was the attack?
15 plus 6, 21.
That's a hit.
Okay, so then it deals. So it's 1d4. So it's gonna be 4 damage plus 2 damage from my tome being in my hand, plus 2 damage from personal antithesis, plus 1 damage from backstabber. So that's 4, 6, 8. So that's 9 damage total. You think you can attack a sorry, oh my goodness, I don't even know who that was, honey. Supermarket. You think you're gonna attack an unarmed woman, honey? On the ground like that, honey? Are you kidding me, honey? Who taught you that, honey? You're gonna get a little off the top, honey. And I go and I swing at her with my war razor. I got the tome in my one hand, and I go slap her. They're not that smart, honey. Everybody, they're not that smart. Pretty weak int saves, honey.
And you just got like whacked right in the stomach, and you're like, ugh. And then you see Regina, and she moves way faster than you thought she would go. And she just kind of like picks up her cloak, she like
just takes off.
Takes out her and just shanks.
She's a slicer.
Oh, she's a slicer.
She's a slicer, honey. Slice, honey, off the top. Tried to get it off the top. Maybe I missed the head. I don't know. I get a slice at him.
All right, Kilo. No, Nyland.
Okay, well, I'm gonna do a hunted shot.
No, you are on the ground.
So you are on the ground.
Can I stand up and do a hunted shot?
Yes, you can.
stand.
You can stand up from prone. It's one action to stand up from prone.
Okay, and then I'll do the hunted shot.
It does provoke attacks of opportunity if they have attack of opportunity.
Oh. Of course they do. You turn to get up, and he's like, "Ugh," and he just kind of swings at you as you try to get up, and he misses actually. You go and he just, and you get up, and now you are standing. You have your bow ready.
And I'm gonna do a hunted shot.
All right. First, you have to hunt. Hunt prey action, which you choose who you're hunting. It's gonna take an action.
The one trying to attack.
Okay. Then your third action will be the hunted attack, right?
Hunted shot.
And you'll take 2 attacks. So you can
Yeah.
still do it.
That's 3.
3 plus 7.
Plus 2 because they're flat-footed.
They are.
So 12.
Out.
The first one is a miss.
Then you roll.
Second one.
So then you roll again. You still get the attack. 1.
4.
4.
So now
Those 4s, man.
plus
So-
an additional one.
So you go, and he's like, as he staring you down.
And I have nothing left, right? At
That's
this
it. That's your
point.
turn.
That's it.
So I guess I look at Regina with terror in my eyes. My sheltered little life.
I shouldn't have left.
Honey, I'm
One of my
glad you didn't have
cats
the
here.
5 arrows in there, honey.
I don't think Nyland.
Like somebody that's got a gun. She's like,
I don't think Nyland.
Half our crew falls.
Regina's on the other side. Going,
you know, also has to dodge these too, honey. Careful, honey.
I don't think Nyland can register anything right now but terror. So she just says, "Thank you."
So I would like to yell at Kale. Well done, sir. Is that enough to
Yeah.
get? Okay, and then I roll, right?
You gave him the old one too.
Well, I only have 6 seconds, and I have more auditories I want to do. So,
Yeah.
Okay, I picked Kale
Okay.
for the aid. Now for my next action, and I would like to use my Bon Mot wit, and I would like to, with wit, say, "Hey, Hoofus Doofus, chew on this." All right. I'm assuming they have hooves, since they look like devils otherwise. I mean, you know, blue
They
devils.
should all have boots on.
Oh, do they? Yeah, he's still Hoofus Doofus.
Doofus, doofus.
And
The guy's like,
Hoofus Doofus.
what? What does that even mean?
Pushing dead bending over there.
He's now confused. All right. And now I gotta roll. Okay, let's see how this works again. I either roll a will. Choose a foe within 30 feet. Roll a diplomacy check against the target's will DC.
That is a failure.
Failure. Okay. And for my last one, I want to shoot the bolt loaded at him. The same guy.
Okay.
That's an 18 plus 7. That's 25.
That's it. He's like, what?
Adding injury to insult.
Do I recognize these people, by the way?
Who are you?
Do I recognize anybody specific? Like, do any of them? Do I recognize any of them from that
You dated one of these
that
guys?
day? No, from that day. Okay. Richard, can I ask? Richard, do you remember? Do you recognize any of these?
I think so. When it happened, you actually didn't take care of them when they were here. You didn't look at them. You were doing something completely different.
Completely
You
different.
knew what they like when they came in, like the general appearance of them.
But nobody specifically sticks
Yeah,
out.
but-
Okay.
So, I see Thalos is still holding on to the wheel as he is casting more spells upon the ship, right? And then Maris runs down and is making her way, as well as the captain, to aid. And the Fomori are fighting back. As they're fighting, a few more jump into the fray, as well as more of the men are scurrying down to join the battle.
Hey,
Look, this is the first time she's ever been off of her estate grounds, basically. She's never left Timor.
hey, and now she's gonna kill
This
her
guy,
first human.
however,
Kill her
alright,
first
so
being.
more of the Fomori have jumped on, and one of them jumps behind Regina.
Regina Clark?
Yeah, I'm gonna
You're
put.
trying to catch Regina Clark unawares, honey?
Oh yeah.
Did he say, oh yeah? Oh, honey.
Oh.
You're fine. You're down. You're not dead. You're down to 11.
I know what
It's okay.
what I'm about to do is gonna sound like the exact opposite of what I told you to do. But I'm
Great.
Run away.
She's gonna run away.
not gonna run.
I say I want to run.
However,
And Regina Clark
Regina's like-
says no.
However, this one is going to jump and abandon ship.
Oh, because it's fearful. He doesn't go back to his ship. He just jumps off the ship. Hooray! That still only counts for one.
So this guy is mad because he just got slashed, and he's looking at Nyland. He's like, "You got anything pretty on you?"
My earrings are left.
And he goes for a and he swings, and you dodge out of the way. Actually, you just like step out, and you're kind of surprised that he even did that. You're like, "What?" And he goes for a second attack. He's like, "Ugh." You jumped out of the way again.
Nice.
And he's really mad because he just missed you completely. This one jumps behind Regina and attacks Regina.
Oh, you know.
He goes, "Hello, little one."
Nothing happened.
Hello, little one.
Huh?
That's a hit.
What was that? What was the question?
19.
Oh, son of a gun.
7 points of damage. He comes in and just whacks you on the back.
Ugh.
And he's just like, "Ha ha ha ha. Let's give it to you again."
What?
Alright, that's another hit. And he's going to go for another one and takes it on the other side.
Abandoned ship.
Oh, 8 points damage.
Ooh.
Okay.
Are you
It's on the
down?
other side.
What are you at?
2.
Oh boy.
Oh, you're worse than me.
I think you're gonna take that healing potion. There's a lot of these guys on this ship.
Yeah.
I have a feeling that this isn't gonna go our way. Although we have a lot of guys too. What are they doing?
They're slowly crawling down. They've been in the sails.
Great.
They only can do 2 at a time.
Just me and B just fighting. I'm all off the ladder as I climb toward it at the end.
Alright, we'll go to Kale.
Okay. And they're coming off. So their ship
Also,
is.
I thought you were pretty cool, so you're feeling like a little like
Feeling good?
you could be aided in something.
Okay. Well, to tell you the truth, I don't know if I have anything that I could use aid in. Okay. I think then what I'll do
Oh, I
is
do see them now.
I'm seeing this Fomori come from my master who's at the wheel, so I'll do a force barrage. 3 actions.
It was
Yeah,
3
that's it.
darts.
3 darts, yeah.
So she's like, "Ah!" Because this female-looking Famora comes, "Ah!" And you just, and she like stumbles back, kind of phased. And Thalos looks over and says, "Thank you."
Alright.
Yeah, that is now Regina's turn.
Alright, Regina's gonna talk to Nyla and say, "Honey, if this is gonna work, you're gonna have to take this guy out, okay? I'm trusting you. Alright, honey?"
Yes.
Alright, honey. Alright, I'm going to attack the one from behind me. The one that is behind me. Alright. 15.
To attack?
Yeah.
To hit?
Mm.
That's a miss.
Okay, second attack.
You give him the slashy bash?
-4. Plus 6 is 22, -4, 18.
That's a miss.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Alright, that's it.
Wow.
That's it. In that case, I think I might take a...
Drink that potion, boy. I mean, girl.
Yeah, but drinking a potion uses the manipulate trait, and that means that he gets an attack of opportunity on me.
Really?
Yep.
Yep.
If his attack of opportunity procs off of manipulate. But I mean, there's nothing else that I really can do, so I guess I will go to do that.
Go ahead.
You do before he does.
Yeah. That is a hit.
So I die.
So
I
you
I'm unconscious.
get knocked unconscious. You are not dying one.
Okay.
You are just unconscious.
Because he's using non-lethal damage, huh?
Yep.
Okay. I'm out.
Oh,
You're
they're
up.
trying to capture us.
Yep.
Okay, so I'm going to use my first action then to shoot at him twice.
Okay, go ahead.
Ooh, David.
What? I get one!
You're very good for David.
Oh,
We rolled 20s on nonsense.
I command my snow lynx really well. Okay. All right.
Now, your nat 1 is a critical failure. You go miss, and they're just flying off into the ocean. They're passing them right off. Just flying off this.
So for my 2 actions, can I dump the potion down Regina's mouth?
No, you do a first aid.
Yeah, sorry. First aid, right here. Stabilize. So, versus recovery, so the DC is 5. So it's your medicine versus a 5 DC, so you have to roll a 20.
8 plus.
Yeah, so you,
12.
you hit it. Yeah, so 8 plus 4. So, yeah, so I would be considered stabilized.
So as I stabilized her, I just said, "The women have to stick together."
As this guy behind you, goes to attack you while you're doing this, and you actually step out of the way, and he hits the floor there. And he's like, shakes his hand. Like,
So he drops his weapon?
no, he put it in another hand.
So when he does that, I turn around and I look at him and I say, "You're stupider than I am."
That's what I was trying to tell you, honey. They're pretty dumb.
All right, Kilo.
All right, so here's what I want to do. Probably won't go well for me, but the first thing I'd like to do
I
is
like it.
I want to climb up to the very top, like cross beam. I'm imagining that's above my head. Is that correct, or is that not above my head? Okay.
Yes.
So I want to climb up to the very top cross beam, and I would like to step out onto it.
Okay.
I have 23.
Okay. You climb right up there.
Okay.
So you're gonna crawl over here, like this.
Yes, as far as I can go.
Yeah, that. It's a little skinnier over here, so I'm gonna say you can safely go here, but you're gonna have to roll. This is another action of movement to do it, but you have to roll your acrobatics for balance.
Right now or next time?
No, now, because you're crossing this beam.
Okay.
Now there are ropes and stuff, and
So one was to
do that.
climb and one was to move out.
Yeah.
Nat 20. Give me that!
Hey,
So that's 2 of my actions, correct?
Yeah.
Alright. So I want to do bon mot. I don't want to say, "Hey, Hoofhead, let's see if those hooves can climb ropes."
And as you walk over, you also see that more of the men have begun to climb down and join the fray. So we have 1, 2, 3, 14. However, many of them have begun to fall in the battle. This guy said, "Hey, oh, yo, lady, I told you to sit down."
Sit down, honey. Why am I laying down? What do you roll? What do he roll?
17 without anything to it. So he just cuts down. He's like, "I like the cut of your jib." Smashes you with and takes it 1 damage.
Honey, I thought to
You're knocked out. This guy, on the other hand, is looking at you like, "Ugh, why are you so annoying?"
stabilize me again. We just keep going back and forth.
First one misses again. He's getting mad because he's like, "I'm trying to dick you out." Ugh, and he actually gets this one. He gets a good hit on you. And yeah. You take 7 points of damage. Try to block it with your arm, and he just smashes down on your arm.
Wait, no,
He does have one more action, so he's gonna go for it. And that's a miss. He's like, just keeps missing. You just smash his arm, and then he goes again, and he misses. He goes, "What are you?" All right. I'm gonna say, Kale, you're up.
While they're closing in here, huh? Okay. I will cast Electric Arc at the 2 who are engaging the captain and the navigator.
Okay.
So they both make a reflex save.
Well, one's prone.
DC 17. Sorry, I didn't tell you that.
All right, the one who's standing makes the one who's on the prone not make it.
Okay, then the one who's prone takes 6 damage, the other takes 3. And for my third action, I'll cast Shield.
Are you unconscious again?
Yep. I'll be up though. Don't worry about it. So I get to stabilize now, right?
You're unconscious.
Yeah. So I can. Am I making
you
throws
can't.
or saves or? What? I thought those
That's
were.
only for dying.
It's only for dying.
Yes.
So if you go unconscious,
at-
there's no way to become unconscious.
Yeah, no, you cannot wake yourself from this unconsciousness. I apologize.
So his turn is done?
Yeah, so now it's 9/11.
So since I'm standing, I'm gonna obviously attack the same guy again.
You can
Here,
try
Regina.
to wake her up.
I don't know if that would work because since I'm unconscious, I drop everything. So that means I drop my knife and I drop my tome. That means I would need to take actions to pick them up and then stand up and then do nothing and then get knocked out again and then
Maybe waiting until the thing is not right over.
Okay, so then I'm gonna attack it twice.
Okay,
With
that's one action.
so 23.
That's a hit.
I get it with 5 damage.
Oh.
Second attack is the same thing again.
24 this time.
Nice. All right, go ahead.
well -5.
Oh, and I
so
only
no,
get it.
that's 19 then. So that's not
17 plus 7 is 24 minus 5.
a hit. So is 19 a
That's
hit?
a miss.
Oh. But I got it once. Okay, so I have 2 things left.
Two attack, yep.
Yeah, or 2
You
actions.
could do another attack, but you get that
Minus 10 penalty.
I am going to stabilize Regina Clock, honey.
You'll get an attack of opportunity. He will attack you.
Because you like turn away or whatever.
Yeah.
Because you're doing something.
That's okay, I'm still gonna try to stabilize.
What a
you-
bro. Regina's like, no, leave me. Leave me out. Stop. Save yourself. Save yourself.
You like shoot him, and then you immediately turn around and go and you start slapping. Roll your medicine for first.
So do the same thing. Roll 20.
A 17.
Plus 4.
Oh, plus 4.
Okay, yeah, I can make you.
Oh, honey. Hello there, Richard.
But he comes over for the attack. Oh, that is a hit, my friend.
Now, will Regina wake you up? Is the question.
I don't think I
You
can
take
wait.
5 points of damage.
It's going to put you under.
I'm -1.
That means you're out.
I'm unconscious now.
Right.
Any last
Can I have
words?
that pencil? I guess that I would just be shocked, and then I would look over at her and say, "Save Amaya and my jewelry."
Don't let them
Save
take
her
my
business.
jewelry.
And she's knocked out next to you. Regina, I'll give you a turn.
I can take a turn?
Yeah, I'll give you a turn.
For real?
Yeah, go for it.
What am I gonna do?
I don't know.
What am I gonna do?
Get up.
I
I'm gonna
just
swish around. I'm gonna swish
I
around.
took everything to wake you back up. Do something.
Wait a minute.
You could. It's possible that
Don't bait
they
me.
don't
bait me.
know that you're alive. Or
Oh, I'm gonna play
conscious.
dead, honey. I'm gonna delay my turn.
Okay.
I'm gonna. It's not delay. Yeah. What is it? It's either.
It is delay.
No, delay is to take an action. I'm going to move my turn in the priority.
Yeah.
I do all of that,
Something
and she plays heads or tails.
No, I'm
No,
waiting.
she's pretending. She.
All right.
Wait, so what is that?
Kilo,
Like a deception? To pretend like I'm.
Yeah. Well, you're delaying your turn, so technically you don't.
No, but to pretend I'm unconscious.
Yeah, go ahead. Roll a deception.
I don't know why math is so hard right now.
You've been hitting the head a lot.
You're taking a couple of
19
All right.
to
all right.
deceive.
You took like 10 for the team, so.
Stop it. Oh, baby. Give me that.
All right. Kilo, it's your turn.
All right. I would like to look at this guy right here, and I'm gonna say, "Hey, Hornhead, you wet the bed."
Who are you? Voice of mockery in the clouds.
Let's see. I get a 19 against your will.
Oh, okay.
You sneaky cat.
All right, that's a success.
Hey, all right. I would like to, I guess, since nobody's on their way up here, but I've gained my panache, I'm going to load a bolt and fire it. So this is just going to be a crossbow shot, which is 15. So that's not going to be a hit. Yeah. Okay, cool. That's my turn. I think we can kill off these 50 guys.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
We're almost
You
there.
and Lyndi for sure. The girls are
How many
representing.
did we take out
The
so far?
battle
One
is
because he jumps
intense.
off.
The battle is intense
Oh.
on this ship as the Fomori have raided it, have been fighting. The sailors are fighting back. They're doing the best they can, but slowly they're starting to fall one by one as they take these blunt weapons to the head. Or to the side, and they're falling down. Some of them might have taken more damage than probably they should have taken from a blunt weapon. It might have fallen from that. And as you're sitting there waiting, suddenly, from the ship, this darkness begins to emanate from it. It begins to crawl from the ship overboard onto the deck of the Silver Eider and begin to cloud your vision. All right, so these two there on top, they quickly rush over, jump below, and begin to bring the battle to those who have been able to stay away. One jumps down right in front of Kale and goes for the attack. What's your AC?
16 with my shield spell.
As a miss. It's the same one that has an arrow stuck in him. Who was taunting Nyland and goes over. He's like, finally, easy prey, and swings and misses. He goes for another attack and completely misses again.
He just jumps off the ship.
Who hired this guy?
And throws it off board.
Put him in the dice prison, okay.
Kale, it's your turn.
Alright, so I see a bunch of them lined up there. I have a spell that's a 15-foot cone. Can I hit those 4? You think, maybe?
No, these 4? Maybe not all 4 of them, maybe the 3.
The 3? Okay.
Alright, so you cast your grave spell, breathing out dust into that corner as everyone's coming.
Okay, so the failures will take 4 damage and 1 persistent damage.
Okay.
The success takes 2 damage. And then I will recast shield to end my turn. There's nowhere to run. There's nowhere to run.
Alright,
Alright, that's it for me.
Gina.
Yeah. I think I'm going to continue to pretend to be I'm going to pick up my stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then kind of stow it.
Mm-hmm.
Can I, like, try to hide it in my person? Like, underneath my clothes? My tome and my war razor?
Okay, so you hide it. Okay.
Okay, I'm hiding in my clothing. Those in my clothing. Okay. I will drink this. 4 HP. You just see Regina, she's just like stuffing stuff. She's like looking around like this. Just starts stuffing stuff. When she sees that what exactly it is going on here.
Alright.
You're starting to see the battle is not looking in your favor.
Right, yeah.
But you have full health.
I have full health, I have panache, and I'm in a great position. So, I guess I'm going to load a bolt. I guess I'm going to shoot a bolt and try to aid the girl I can see.
Okay.
We'll see if I get there. Oh, wow. That's going to be a 26.
That's a hit.
So the one I can see, which is going to be a 1d6. It's going to be, oh boy, that's a 1. 1 damage. And then I'm going to aid the only person I can see. And that's my turn.
Alright, so the Fomori, now the rest of the ship is just in blackness. We don't know what's happening across the ship.
Mm-hmm.
You can only see Maris down below. You watch as Maris is doing well, been holding off against these two the entire time, but they're attacking, and one of them just is able to wait until she has an opening and then cracks her in the back of the head. These orcs next are still fighting. The one next to Kale is attacking. He goes for... He threw away his weapon. Now he's just fighting bare fist. Actually goes for... He just threw it off and he goes for a good old-fashioned grapple.
Okay, that's a lot worse. 10.
Yeah, all right. So he just tackles you, and then he actually takes you down right down the stairs. And at this point, he just grabs you and just like puts you down. These guys kind of that are on the end of the stairs next to Maris, you just fall down there, and they just kind of like kick you while you're down and pin you down.
So here's where I'm at, is that I feel like I'm in a really good position, but at the same time, I see where this is going.
Yeah.
And so I'm just waiting it out to see what they do. I'm not jumping in the water, I'm not offering, I'm waiting to see what they do, really. Because if I'm basically just waiting
Suddenly,
it out.
you hear this flapping sound as these from the darkness, these shadow ravens begin to flock around you and begin to attack you up on the post. So you're starting to like lose balance, but you're still up there, and they're beginning to attack against you. Okay. You take 3 points of damage. Another one comes over and swaps at you, and it misses you. Another one comes in, and he's you're balancing. You're taking it out. Roll another acrobatics check.
See where this is going. Lots of rolling. Okay, there we go. 12.
All right, and you start to lose your balance, and eventually one comes over and hits you, and you just end up falling backwards off of the sail, and you start sliding down against it. Birds flapping around you. You're becoming confused and dazed, and all of a sudden you hit the water.
Okay.
And we'll end there.
Okay.
Thank you, travelers, for watching and joining us on our quest today. If you want to see more adventures by us, please like this video and subscribe to our channel. And remember, toss the dice and let them fall where they may. Until our paths cross again, thank you. Have a good night. You misspelled 9.
Well, I asked Rob if I could cheat on his note, and he said no. And I don't have a journal, and I've never even played before except last time's trial run.
Joy,
And Regina's being a Scrooge.
A Scrooge?
A Scrooge,
You think
honey?
Regina's a Scrooge, honey?